Hi, welcome to my review of the new SkyBrid from Duotone. It's a mid-length. I've been riding the 5.8, which is 22 wide, coming from the Style 5.1, which is also 85 litres, and I'm 90 kilos. Both weigh exactly the same weight at 6.2 kilos with the front straps on. And the SkyBrid, the distance from the straps to the nose is 10 centimetres longer on the SkyBrid 5.8 than the Style 5.1. The nose obviously is quite narrow and not much swing weight, and on the water you don't notice any swing weight at all. The board is actually, with the straps in the front holes, I find it much more snappy in the turns than the Style 5.1. So I've had the 5.8 for a week or so now, ridden it 6 times, varied conditions. First day was a wave session at a reef spot, quite powered, on the 4.5 and the 850 Whiz. I've ridden it flat water, really light wind on the 1000 Whiz with the 5.5 D-Lab, and then ridden it onshore, wind from the left, wind from the right, and cross on from the right as well on the 4.5. So got a fair range now. Unfortunately, only GoPro footage because it was raining on the other days. I had the drone lined up, but first thing, used it various strap positions. Started with the straps in the middle, and then moving the foil around, and on the wave session really livened up the turning when I moved the straps to the front hull. So that might be something that really works for you. Obviously everyone's going to be a little bit different. So moved the mast around quite a bit in the track, and I'm running on the Whiz only so far. I've not used it with the glide or the carve yet, and I've ended up around about 5 centimetres from the front of the track. That's with the 850 and the 1000 Whiz. Pumping downwind on bumps, it's really good to get a nice momentum going. Seems to pump really well, and the main thing is that narrow width means that you can keep connected by moving the foil on the bumps, so there's much more flow to it, so you can really keep that on the little bumps, nice tight turns. Instead of pumping up and down so much, you can really keep the foil moving sideways, which is one thing I've really noticed was better on the SkyBrid than the Style. Getting going in the light wind, the main difference is that you can keep pumping for longer without losing your speed, especially if there's a little bit of chop. So on a day when it is really light and patchy, normally on the Sky Style you have to wait for that enough wind in the wing, and if you don't get going on that gust, you don't get going because the nose sort of catches. Whereas on this you can start pumping before the gust comes, get a bit of speed up, and then you can just keep pumping. And even in the lighter wind, which you wouldn't get going on the Sky Style, this one comes up onto foil even with quite a small foil. What I really like in the waves the other day on the onshore session was not only the snap that you can get, seems to get a bit more snap in the turns, but also the way that the board cuts back into the whitewater and it doesn't catch at all. So when you hit the whitewater, sometimes on the wider boards, you can catch the rail and sort of dig the rail in as you hit the whitewater. That little narrow nose at the front and that bit of extra length seems to, as you hit the whitewater, the nose just bounces off it, keeps you on the foil instead of the nose sort of catching and making the foil tilt over. So overall, I think for free riding and light wind waves, any type of waves, then this is going to be my go-to board for lighter winds. So overall, really happy with the performance of the SkyBrid 5.8. It's going to be my go-to board now for light winds or patchy winds, bump riding and waves. Anything under 20 miles an hour of wind, going to be on the 85 litre. For me at 90 kilos, perfect. So I wouldn't be afraid to go 10 litres under. If there was an 80 litre, then I'd have the 80 litre at 90. But if you're 75, 80 kilos, I think go for the SkyBrid 5.6 will be perfect for you. If you're heavier than 100, then go for the size up. The SkyBrid 5.10 will be a great board, I think. Any questions, fire a comment below on my YouTube and I'll try and get back to you. But if not, get down to your local Duotone retailer. Most of them have demo boards now, so you should be able to give one a go, or just buy one the size for you, around your body weight or a little bit less, and you won't be disappointed.